Hello and welcome to your quick news, current events, and stimulus update, where I try and get you all of your daily updates in 3 minutes. However, I seem to be usually failing and it tends to be much longer. We're in a midpoint this week. I'm feeling pretty good. I got my workout in this morning, got my coffee. It's not over here right now, but I'm ready to go. Today we're covering a new $1.4 trillion bill from Senate Republicans. North Carolina has a Senate winner. The new Supreme Court considered if Obamacare will stand, and Trump's campaign is going on a little bit of a war path. So jumping right in, the Senate race in North Carolina was neck and neck until Democrat candidate Cal Cunningham conceded just yesterday. The victory now gives the GOP 49 senators. Alaska's Senate race remains with GOP Senator Dan Sullivan leading there, and it's expected Sullivan will win, giving the GOP 50 seats in the Senate. So now all eyes will be on Georgia come January 5th for their runoff election. Now, if Democrats can win both of those seats, we'll have a 50-50 tie in the Senate. And keep in mind, according to law, the GOP can filibuster any Democratic bills that try to pass, and vice versa, unless a bill gets 60 votes. This means at 50-50, both parties will have to gain 10 bipartisan votes to get anything passed, which might be a good thing to get some collaboration going on these days. This is, of course, if filibusters are not abolished and replaced with something else altogether, as both sides have discussed whenever the topic is more beneficial for their party. But it seems like nothing ever changes, so we'll see about that. As the Senate finishes locking in its seats, the Supreme Court is chatting about how constitutional the Affordable Care Act is. This is the third time since the law was enacted in 2010 that the Supreme Court has discussed this matter, a matter that the newly appointed Justice Barrett would now weigh on this time. It seems the major divide here is whether we should do away with just the mandated part of the Affordable Care Act or abolish the act altogether. Of course, without it being mandated, the act struggles to make revenue, and both conservative justices Roberts and Clarence Thomas feels the mandate is such a vital part of the Affordable Care Act that it just would not even be able to stand once that mandate is removed. As the Supreme Court discussed those matters, Trump's legal team continues to ramp up its fight against voter fraud in this year's election. The former U.S. Attorney for Utah, Brett Tolman, provided some research for Trump's campaign here. During an interview on 2 News, reporter Brian Mullaney asked, quote, "The narrative seems to be those are votes that came in after the polls closed. Those are people who dropped them off or they mailed them in. And those people are more likely to vote for Joe Biden than Donald Trump. Do you buy that?" Brett Tolman said he would buy some of that. However, he went on to talk about he has never seen states flip as fast as they did in this election. His exact quote was, "How do all of those flip in one direction within 2 or 3 hours? Answer those questions. I never saw that in the past decades that I've observed elections." Wrapping up the interview, he indicated that Trump's legal team has individuals that will go under oath about the election irregularities, which he called not insignificant. All right, now that we've got all of that out of the way, let's take a look at the latest bill coming from Senate Republicans. But first, help me combat the YouTube algorithm by liking and subscribing to stay up to date with all the latest events and stimulus news. It really helps me out, and I would appreciate it so much. And you stay up to date. Unfortunately, the latest $1.4 trillion spending bill has nothing to do with COVID relief. This is insane. The Senate leaves saying they will be back to focus on relief for the people first thing when they get back. And then they get back, and instead they just proceed to toss out this almost as big bill as the $1.9 trillion offer Mnuchin had offered for COVID relief. And this bill has nothing to do with helping people directly. Although the bill does aim to keep the government funded past December 11th, they need to just stop focusing on other things and get this COVID relief package passed and out the door today, or even better, 6 months ago. So we've seen them pass a bill in 2 days before and then implement that bill within 2 months. We know it's possible. They should be able to release unemployment boosts and direct checks to the people by the end of the month. We know it's possible. It's just a matter of doing it. So we'll see how the Democrats and especially Nancy feel about the GOP focusing on other issues right now when they said they would come back and focus right on this relief. So that's it for today. I'd like to thank you for watching, and of course, have a profitable day.